half marathon day. And not gonna lie, I definitely wanted to have been filming for this before today. This is gonna sound like the most dramatic thing I've ever said in my life, but I've honestly spent the last 3 days of my life, minus the day in between where they weren't on sale, trying to get Taylor Swift tickets. If you know, you know. It's just been a very large mental battle. Last night I was very emotional. I love Taylor Swift. I don't know if I've said it much on here, but I actually went to one of her concerts when I was 9 or 10 when she came to Australia. And I love her, so I really, really wanted to go. Unfortunately, Beck and I, we were both trying to get tickets. We could not get in to the sale at any point in the pre-sale, the general sale. And then last night, yeah, it completely sold out, completely. Like there weren't even hotel packages or anything available. So I definitely had a cry. I'm not feeling as like excited as I thought I was. And I know heaps of you guys didn't get tickets and my heart goes out to you. And also congratulations to everyone who did. I'm not gonna talk about that. So I'm talking about the half marathon. I'm kind of nervous that I am having a coffee. I was umming and ahhing about whether I would have a coffee or not. I think I just went, hopefully it's early enough. I don't start running until 6:15. It's currently 4:27. So that is almost 2 hours between now and like doing it. But I have my number. I am 14630. I also am undecided about whether I want to wear the long sleeve or not. I also have these glasses, which I'm gonna put a hat on too. And then obviously I'll have my vest. I don't know if many people wear vests in the half marathon, which I'm like, oh, I don't want to be like embarrassed or something, but should I just like brave the cold? Because I didn't bring anything that I would like be okay with getting rid of. Or part of me is leaning towards the no jacket, no long sleeve. It's 10 degrees. We're probably gonna leave in about half an hour, so I need to get a move on. Can I put this
Hello. A lot of the footage is going to be a bit shaky, but if you keep looking, I like straighten it up.
Where to go?
So that's a bit close. I think this is picking it up fine. Pre-game, Connor's just taking her shit, so she's feeling good. How are you feeling right now?
I'm okay.
Yeah. Any pre-game nerves?
Yeah. Where's my start zone? That's my question.
Just en route to find our start zone.
so much pain.
Post-race meal. Oh my god. Oh baby, I am in so much pain. I'll do a full race debrief when I get home. For now, we're gonna drive about an hour and a half home back to Brisbane. I'm gonna eat this. Oh!
Can I have my pounder of quarters? I was going to get another Mighty McMuffin, but obviously it was 11 o'clock, so I had to think on my feet. Oh no, I have to get a quarter pounder.
They would have done the Mighty McMuffin.
Nah, I'm not past. You know when that.
But I got this one.
Okay, look at me in the face right now. I got a PhD in McDonald's. You don't think I've tried to order a McMuffin after 11 o'clock? Oh, I'm sorry, we don't do those. We can't add bacon to the McMuffin that we already make.
Why don't they just have all day, like, everything?
Conagh, honestly, you are saying something that true artists of McDonald's like me have been saying for years. We can't, nah, it's not breakfast, we can't do it. You guys are on a power saving option with those machines. You're telling me you can't get the same ingredients that you use and chuck up with a McMuffin?
Is it called a quarter pounder because it weighs a quarter of a pound?
I believe because it's a quarter of a pound of meat. Don't hold me to that.
Isn't it just what I said?
No, you said because it weighs a quarter of a pound. But I referred to the meat if you want to get into the nitty gritties.
Alright, it is Monday? No, it is Sunday. I'm so used to running my long run on a Sunday, so it feels like today is Monday. We are about 24 hours post half marathon now, and I wanted to give you my race debrief, how I felt in the day, emotions, what I would do differently. This is my medal, by the way. You can actually get the option of getting it engraved, like when you sign up. Yeah, and I ended up getting a t-shirt too. Wait, so it just says ASICS 21 kilometer finisher 2023. Let me start the day before the race. So that day was probably the worst possible day to have before the half marathon because one, I didn't eat anything until 12 p.m. that day because again, like I mentioned previously, I was trying to get Taylor Swift tickets and the time just went away like that, and before I knew it, I was like, shit, I need to eat food. I need to make sure I'm getting enough carbs, enough protein, enough fats, like just fueling my body to be ready to do this race. I do think I ate enough in the end. I just didn't think about it as much. I should have spaced out my meals more. For dinner, I ended up getting GYG. I had like a burrito bowl, chips, and I think that all went well. Next time, I will definitely plan that out more. And fingers crossed, whenever I do have another race, I won't have any like emotional turmoil because I was absolutely devastated when the Taylor Swift tickets all sold out. It's not the type of state that you want to be in before you have a big race to do, you know? That didn't go smoothly at all, and honestly in the back of my mind I was like, I don't know if I can do this, because when you're running that type of distance, it's just as much a mental game as it is physical, if not a little bit more mental, even though far out it hurt at the end. So I was like, my mental state is just in the toilet at this point. Come to the actual race day, I think my morning routine was good. I think I woke up with plenty of time to eat, get ready. I think I got up at just before 4 a.m. I did set my alarm for 3:30, but I think I woke up like every hour. So that's kind of to be expected because I was probably nervous and stuff. So got up just before 4, had like Wheat Bix banana, a coffee, and I was able to do my business. We were getting ready. We arrived bang on 5:15, which is what they recommended, and then I was able to go to the toilet again. The lines in the toilets were insane. Like obviously everyone's doing their like pre-race poos and stuff, and yeah, I was literally in the line for the toilet at 2 minutes to go before the gun goes off. Luckily, because of my start zone, I'm pretty sure I was in the last start zone. So by the time that we crossed the line, I'm pretty sure the race had been going for like 10 minutes, if that makes sense. Luckily, got out a last wee, and guys, I didn't do a poo during the race. I think because I had enough time to almost like go to the toilet twice. Yeah, I didn't need to do a poo, didn't need to do a wee, didn't have to stop. They did have portaloos along the race, and you run past and you see everyone like waiting out the front because obviously so many people are using them. It was also really, really cold, which is to be expected because it's winter. And I did warm up, but I didn't warm up as much as I wanted to. I think because I was just like overwhelmed by everything that was happening because there's thousands and thousands of people doing these races. So it was a lot lot. I did something, like I didn't just not do anything, but got into the start line and we were off. And one thing that was kind of annoying, and I don't know if it's my fault or if the watch just messed up, but I've heard people talk about this all the time where sometimes your watch will wig out and not actually line up with the distance that the race is doing. So my watch ended up being like close to like over a kilometer ahead. And mind you, I did start my watch as we crossed like the start line, but there is a chip in your number and that kind of indicates like what distances you go. So as soon as you cross the start line and as soon as you cross the finish, it gives you a time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure my watch ended up saying that I ran 22.6. Even when I was running, I'm pretty sure I saw 23 kilometers pop up on my watch. So that was super confusing and really annoying because like it was like workout ended from my like RUNNA app when I still had like just under 2 kilometers to go, I think. So I don't know if my watch just wigged out or if I just ran in a way on the course that made me do more distance, because I think they measure the distance from the middle of the road. So if you're running on the outside or the inside, you might be doing a slightly different distance maybe, or my watch did just like wig out. So that was kind of confusing because yeah, my watch would be like 10 kilometers and then it would nearly be 11 and then you would cross the 10 like sign, and it was just like, oh, why can't it be matched up? It's so interesting at the start because you have so much adrenaline and you're like so excited and you want to go fast, but at the same time you couldn't, at least where I was, because I was right at the back. There's so many people densely packed together that it's super hard to go faster than the person in front of you because you're stuck. So it's definitely like a little weaving game of trying to get past people, but of course everything kind of spreads out towards the like after the first like 5 kilometers anyway. But it's nice because you're always running with people and that's like really motivating. And I want to say the first 10 kilometers felt really good, and I feel like I didn't get too out of breath at all in the whole race. I think it was pretty good. I'm just gonna go off this because I don't know, this is all I have to go off. First kilometer was 6:30 and then it was 6:04, and then the next like pretty much the majority of the race I stuck around a 5:45 to 5:55 minute per kilometer according to Strava. For me, I always start to hurt around the 10 kilometer mark. It can be minor, and like I think about my first 10k that I did and it was so hard, and now I could run a 10k pretty easily. It hurts, but it's not that bad. Like it's very manageable. It's definitely such a mental game when you kind of pass that 10k mark because you're halfway, but it's not that comforting because you've still got so much to go. So honestly, from about 13k onwards, it was hard. I did stop once to walk for about 20 seconds, which I kind of regret doing because it honestly felt worse to start running after I was walking because yeah, cardiovascularly, I was fine. I could keep going. It's just the pain that you feel in your legs and your feet that stops you from going faster. When my watch clicked 15, which technically was 14 point something because it was out of whack, I felt like I was gonna cry. In my mind, I was like, you can't, the option of just stopping is not there because everyone around you is running, and in a way you're like, this is it. You have to, like a mind over matter, you just have to keep pushing. The last 5 kilometers, like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20k, it felt like a lifetime and it hurt so much. It feels like wrong. Like your brain is just telling you to stop because you feel like you're in pain, you feel broken, and it's so hard. So you can kind of see my pacing from like 18k onwards definitely slowed. It went like 6:15, 6:20, 6:32, and then once you do hit that 20, you're kind of like, okay, I can see the light, and I sped up a little bit. But yeah, then again, this is saying that I ran further than the actual distance. Then you kind of hit a point where you see all the like stalls, and you see like there's always people along the entire race, but when you kind of get to the end, there's heaps of people like either side. It's so motivating. Well, it's, even though you're in so much pain, it just pulls you along that little extra part. And I saw my parents, which was really good. And then you kind of turn a corner, and I don't know why they've done this, but there's like one part that looks like the finish. I don't know if anyone else had this, but I genuinely thought it was the end, and I was like, oh, go, like kind of not sprints, well, tries to sprint. And then the people in front of me were like still going, and I was like, wow, they're jogging off this like a lot. And then I realized like, no, that's not actually the end, and there was probably like 100, 200 meters to go. And But yeah, you kind of hit like the blue carpet and you cross and you just, I'm honestly surprised I didn't cry. I really thought I would have. I felt like I was very, very close to crying at like the 17 kilometer mark because it's just so painful. Like if I tried to do that, not in that setting, I could not do that. 100% no. Like it truly is like the atmosphere and the people around you that get you over the line. Oh, it's just like another level. I can't even explain. I was like, thank that's done, because that was so hard. I knew it was gonna be hard. I definitely had to just like overcome such a mental barrier of like, you just have to keep going through this pain. I was literally telling myself like, this feels good. You like this? Keep going, like this is good. Even though you're like, oh my god, this is so painful. I swear towards the end of it, I'm just like shuffling. I ended up having 2 gels. I don't know if I should have had 3. I drank all my water. I did stop at the like water station once because towards the end, because I had run out of water. And I didn't film a whole lot. I really wish I filmed myself crossing the finish line. I was in so much pain. The fact I even managed to film that like little ending part, I'm still feeling really sore today. But yeah, yesterday I was literally like hobbling around. It's wild. And it makes me think, oh my god, that is half of a marathon. I really do want to run a marathon one day. And I'm like, that's half the distance. But yeah, that was my race. Thank you so much to everyone who has sent me a message. I'm gonna try and reply to as many as I can, but there's so many. I've loved filming the series. I do wish I got a little bit more footage, and I'm so sorry. It's so shaky. My camera doesn't film that great at night, and it's just, yeah. But yeah, that was my experience. I'm trying to think like what I would do differently. I wouldn't have done anything different besides the fact that it was a really shit day beforehand. Oh, and my final time was 2 hours 15, according to my my chip and like the official time that I crossed the line. If I'm measuring it on my like Strava, apparently I did it in 2:05. Don't know. I would love information about, did my watch just wig out, which probably is the case, or I don't know. Don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed me running my first half marathon. It is definitely not the only half marathon or race that I will do, and the running content is not going to stop. I'm going to definitely not do any running for a little while until I feel fully recovered. Don't know how long that's going to take, but I'm very proud of myself, because if you would have told me last year like, hey, you're going to run a half marathon, I would have been like, you're kidding, because I just hate running. Like I can't run. I'm not a runner. But I did it. You truly can do anything that you set your mind to. It just takes enough perseverance, training, and hard work. Again, I used the program called RUNNA, which gave me my training plan. So I trained for 12 weeks, the 12th week being the actual race day. I honestly can't recommend RUNNA enough. I don't know what training plan I'm going to do next. It'll probably be something like a 10K plan to try and get faster to 10K. You can use the code CONAGH and that gets you 2 weeks free on RUNNA. So good. I see heaps of people on TikTok using it. It's just so easy, and it takes the guesswork out of trying to figure out how to run. But thank you guys for supporting me and cheering me on from the sidelines. First half marathon done. Now on to a marathon, which will probably be next year, because I will not be running a marathon in summer. Absolutely not. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
We keep on telling lies. That is how we stay alive. So you know that I don't mind about what is wrong.